So I am currently working as a part-time doctor, and I get questions all the time like, what's your schedule like? Was it hard to find a part-time job? Do you still get benefits? What's your pay like? So today I'm going to be answering all those questions and more. So if you're interested, then keep on watching. Hi everyone, my name is Jenny. I'm a family medicine physician and a mom of two. And if you guys have followed me for any sort of amount of time, you guys know that I'm a huge advocate for work-life balance. I believe that you can still have a career that is fulfilling, at the same time have a growing family and be happy in that role as a parent. So today I just want to inspire you and show you what life can be like after medical training. So let me just start off by saying that no matter what subspecialty that you're in, whether that be family medicine, internal medicine, emergency medicine, surgery, OBGYN, just know that as a physician, you can determine your hours. Yes, you may need to sacrifice other things like location or pay, but understand that you can always take a step back if that is what you decide. So don't feel that you are obligated, which a lot of us do, to work crazy schedules. To understand what it's like to be a part-time physician, you have to understand what the full-time family medicine physician schedule is like. So depending on the place of practice, usually family medicine full-time is anywhere from 32 to 36 patient contact hours a week. So what that means is that you are available to see patients in your schedule anywhere from 32 to 36 hours. For my particular company, ours is 36 patient contact hours a week. And then you get 4 hours of admin time, which is reviewing notes, going through your inbox and all that stuff. So a total of 40 hours a week. And why I say that working full time actually is a lot more hours than just the 36 hours, because you have to imagine that you are seeing your patients for those 36 hours, which means that the patient comes in and you're face to face with them. That does not count the charting that you have to do after the patient leaves. This does not count all the phone calls to insurance, to other subspecialists to help coordinate care. This does not count reviewing of lab results, writing notes on the lab results or imaging results. This does not count ordering the labs. It doesn't count the phone calls or the on-call schedule. So it doesn't count any of that. So if you are really slow at writing your notes, if say you don't have a scribe and you're just very slow, then it's going to take you twice as long. I know some physicians who take anywhere from 60 to 80 hours a week. So it can get a little bit daunting and draining. So what does it mean to work part-time? So 36 hours, you can just divide that by any amount that you decide to work. For me, I'm working half-time, so that's 0.5. So I am seeing patients 18 hours out of the week, and I have 2 hours of admin time. If you want to work a 0.75, then you would be seeing patients 27 hours out of the week and then have some admin time. So if you think about it and you work a 0.75 and you see patients 27 hours a week, then you can see patients 9 hours for 3 days, and then that would be your 0.75 schedule. I actually worked with some pediatricians who worked full-time, but they were doing 12-hour days. So they had 12 for 3 days, and that would be considered full-time. As I said, it doesn't count all the chart notes and all the review of labs and such, but you can definitely change that about your schedule. For me personally, I am working 2.5 days a week. I know, it's amazing. I love it. And then the rest of the time, I am spending it with my family. I'm interacting with you guys on Instagram. I'm making YouTube videos, which I really enjoy. And so I wouldn't change that. Eventually, when the kids go to school, I can potentially work more, add to my schedule. But as of right now, I am very comfortable with where I am. As for benefits, I think you might have to work a 0.6 and higher for some companies to have benefits. That is always something that you can ask during your interviews. So luckily for me, my job still offered health insurance at halftime, a 0.5. But I think that if they didn't and they started offering it at a 0.6, then I would just work a little bit more to obtain that health insurance. So now let's talk about salary, what you guys all want to know. So particularly in Washington, this depends on every certain state, but the average salary for full-time family medicine physicians here that I was offered in like the general Seattle region was $240,000 with a $40,000 bonus. So if you wanted to work half-time, or if you wanted to work a 0.75 or a 0.8, a 0.9, you would just multiply that number by whatever fraction of part-time you wanted to work. So multiply $240,000 by 0.8 if you want to work a 0.8 time, multiply it by 0.75 if you want to work 0.75 time, or multiply it by half if you wanted to work half time. And this is for the first 2 years of guaranteed salary. So obviously this is not like a surgeon salary making $400,000 a year, but if you calculate it, working 2.5 days a week, is the trade-off worth it? For me, I personally want to spend more time with my kids. I want to be there when they're growing up. And so this pay cut is personally okay with me. I will spend a little bit longer paying off my school loans, and I am fine with that. They will eventually be paid off. And this is a personal investment in myself, in my family, in my time that I will never be able to get back. And so I'm gonna hold that off until later. I've made multiple videos on how I plan to pay back school loans, and I'll link it in the description box down below. Currently, I'm still on an income-based loan repayment program, and I plan to pay lump sums at the end of the year to knock down the interest, while at the same time taking full advantage of the subsidies that they give you for repayee. So I'll link those videos in the description box down below. All right, so now that you know what the schedule is like, what the pay is like, how hard is it to find a job as a part-time doctor? And to be honest, if you want to work full-time, even if you want to work a 0.8 or 0.9, the job market is very, very open. I had multiple job offers within the first few weeks. And how the interview process goes is that you send in a cover letter and your resume to the hospitals that you want to work at. A recruiter contacts you and does an interview. And then if they like you, or if you like them, then you would interview with the medical director. After that, after the phone interview with the medical director, if they like you, then they bring you to an office in-person interview where you meet a lot of the other people. Within the first 24 to 48 hours, they will offer you a contract, and then you read it over, and then you tell them if you want to sign with them or not. So my recommendation is actually trying to clump all those interviews together within a month or so, or even within a few weeks, because once you receive a contract, they really want to hear back from you within a week. And so if you don't tell them if you agree or not, they might offer your position to someone else. If they really like you, then they might be willing to wait. But the perks of clumping them all together is that you see the different offers that are on the table, and then you can negotiate, you can counter offer, or you can at least tell the place that you really like to match, or else you'll be going somewhere else. Does that make sense? So it gives you some sort of leverage. So don't worry. I know there is a lot of concern out there about family medicine and internal medicine, or like the primary care subspecialty in general, because you guys think that a lot of PAs and NPs or mid-levels are taking over that subspecialty, but I want to assure you that that is not the case. Like, there will always be a need for a family medicine physician. So I don't want to discourage you away from this subspecialty, because it is so amazing and so fulfilling that if that is what you love, then pursue it. There will always, 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 always be a job for you. So I applied in December, and then by February, I signed on for my part-time physician job. So out of the 4 of us residents in my class, 2 of us have decided to work part-time and the other 2 have worked full-time, and none of us had a hard time finding a job. I also wanted to mention that even though I'm working part-time, I know that I can always pick up shifts in, say, like urgent care if I needed more income. So in family medicine, you're trained to see everybody, from kids to pregnant ladies to geriatrics and everything in between. And so urgent care is a really good alternative to fulfill some of that income if you need it once in a while. That being said, I know some other physicians who are family medicine trained and who work in the emergency department, who pick up shifts at the hospital and work as a hospitalist, but you never know until you try and you look into those routes. So I'll also try to link my cover letter and my resume in the description box down below so you guys have a reference to see what that looks like. All right, so that's all I had for this video today. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you had some inspiration from this, or change your views on what life can be like after medical training. If I haven't answered any questions, do leave it in the comment section below. I love to hear from you guys there. That being said, give this video a thumbs up. If you guys haven't already, subscribe so you don't miss a video. We put out new videos at least once a week, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.